an axe a day for Axetober. Today is the Craftsman boys axe. It's a small-eyed boys axe. And we're going to hang it on this 19HC single bed handle. Check it out. That's what it'll look like. Kind of like a small house axe, camp axe. So this is very close to fitting. Right here. Like it starts going in. So we're going to take some material off the front and the back, or the sides. The front and the back, I'm a little worried about. Now, a lot of our handles kind of get a little wider this direction. So there's a gap here, which you can see. So I want to fill that gap by having this material come there. But that means I can't remove any material from the front and the back. Otherwise, that will impede that progress. So just going to take it off the sides. We're going to see what happens. This has been a fun series to do so far. Hopefully it'll be fun after 30 days. 31 days. How many ever days are in October? All right, I'm going to hit it and see what happens. Whew. See where it starts to curl. Let's do it on the side there. We're getting the curls going. It's actually really close already. About 3/4 of an inch. Trying to have this one not fall on my foot. Here we go. There's our lines. Shows us where we need to remove material. As you can tell, there's no material that's like curling on the back or the front. So all we gotta do is work off the sides. And that's about where it was when I just tamped it in. You can see it's about 3/4 of an inch. So there we go. About 1/4 inch off, and we'll whale it with the mallet again. There you go. Flush to the top. A couple more of those. I'll probably end up hanging this one a little on the high side too. I like doing that. We will have some that I'll sink down on the shoulder, but again, this one's like camp axe. I want someone to be able to tighten it up if it's loose. There we go. Thank you, cameraman, for holding handle. Here we go. Again, curls. So just repeat that. I'm going to sponge it quick. Just in case we get the final head placement. Look at that, level, flush with the top. It's a good looking hang. A unique hang, I guess. Pretty heavy for this handle, but it's comfy. Great kindling splitter. So I think we're actually gonna set it how it is. Let me look at it. It looks like it's straight. Looks nice and straight. Let me flip it over so you guys can see. The bit looks pretty aligned. Yep. Oh yeah, look at that. It's stamped F9 underneath. F9. We got a little bit of a gap in the back there. Tiny little gap. I don't think that's going to be an issue. We'll get the wedge in there and see what happens. Tiny little curl below the head. Nothing that we can't razor blade off, and you wouldn't want anything bigger than that. So let me grab a wedge. We've been using walnut lately, so let's use a Purple Heart. I think it's a full-sized wedge, but oh no, no, the small hatchet will work. This is a small-eyed boy's axe. Just trying to clean up the inside of that. Let me grab a tool. Oh no, I'll cut it off with my knife. There was just a small dent in there from me driving the handle back. I don't want that to disrupt the wedge going in. We make our kerfs nice and wide, which is nice. Some of the handles that we do sell have like a bandsaw cut. This is a table saw cut, so if you do have a thinner handle, thinner kerf, like you buy it from a different handle manufacturer, or it's one of ours, it's a good idea to open that up, widen it. All right, so I don't need to take much off of that, just a little bit of a hair off of it. There we go. All right, taper it again, like I was talking about in the last video. Just kind of make it that way. Put that towards the front. Should we lube this one up? Should we put some not 3-in-1 on it? Okay. To the ground. And see if you can hear it change pitch as it bottoms out or as it gets super tight. We don't actually want it to bottom out. There you go. You can feel it. You can hear it. I'm hitting with the same amount of force on it, but but the tone is changing as that wedge sits down, and as soon as it kind of gets tight and it can't go any more in, it kind of wants to bounce up off of the ground. So there we go. I'll cut this wedge off. Actually, I'm going to go from the front. You want to go from the front, slice back because it gets wider. If you slice the front, your little pieces right here can tear off. You don't want that. Oh, that looks ugly, but we're going to clean it up. That looks very ugly. So this is where I like the Shinto rasp. start with the coarse side, and I'll flip it over. So we'll get it level with this. Try to get as many of the saw marks out as we can. And then we'll go flip over to this side. And then we'll sponge it. Sponge is on the floor. There's some marks in there I want to get out. There we go. I'll do a little trimmage. Some very dense wood. That Purple Heart. There you go, we're going to flip this over, trim off our curled bits, which are very thin. I can't see what I'm doing, I got to change that around. There we go. There you go. Craftsman boys axe on a 19HC, a Whiskey River handle. This will be available on the bid.whiskeyrivertraining.com website for auction. All of these axes that we're doing in the Axetober and Axe a Day project will be in the bid.whiskeyrivertraining.com auction. If you are not familiar with the auction, you should be. We've auctioned vintage collections. We get axe collections and vintage tool collections in. We photograph, sort, clean, all of that, and then put them on our own standalone auction site. That auction site is able to have an app downloaded, which makes it super user-friendly. We've got Android and Apple app. Trust me, the Apple app was a pain in the butt to start. So if you have an Apple device, you should use it because I want you to. So, but yeah, these are available. We're auctioning it all on one auction. You can check it out, bid.whiskeyrivertraining, and you can see all of the end dates and how to bid and all of that on there. So, third day, Craftsman, single bit. Day two. Day two, True Temper Flint Edge, USA stamped, hatchet, large hatchet, LC1 stamped on the back on a 16-inch straight handle. And then day one was beveled, pitted, bolted, the Frankenstein single bit on a 28-inch single bit handle. So check those out, bid.whiskeyrivertraining.com, and stay tuned for a video tomorrow.